American people elected Donald Trump.
Okay, we saw what happened recently when Donald Trump, invited African leaders to a summit, but Tinubu was ignored, was not invited. And just recently, we also saw Tinubu in Brazil, for Brics, summit. But we know for a fact that Donald Trump, is not happy as regards this, and is ready to sanction Nigeria. Even recently, Nigeria airport has been shut down by the United States of America government. And from the report that we're getting, where Trump is ready to oil Tinubu from office come 2027, they said we will not be supporting Tinubu as regards what is currently happening is insecurity and the injustice on Nnamdi Kanu. What's your take as regards?
Before now, people are wondering, why this agitation, from northerners, especially the Fulanis, but because Tinubu has been receiving a serious boycott, on anything that has to do with establishing a bilateral relationship with Trump, United States of American serving President Donald Trump. He made it very clearly, it does not mince words when it comes to reality of what he wants to face. Very clearly. Unfortunately, Nigerian government has failed 250 million Nigerians and have driven them to abject poverty. Restoration is the way. If without restoration, Nigeria will balkanize. There's no two ways about it. And what we are talking about now is very clear that during Trump's second term, we saw how Tinubu, Buhari powered Joe Biden election with over 500 million US dollars has been reported then. And Trump knows clearly that this man was actually involved. And that was why when he came into power May 29, his people, the Yoruba leaders or professionals or intellectuals, including Woloshenka, advised him to stay away from Trump, to avoid Trump, because Trump will deal with him. So the act of avoiding Trump has led Nigeria to a state of unavoidable international presence and image, highly damaged. They tried to run to France, and unfortunately, France is already on the run. So what is left for him? The European Parliament is looking for him. The ICC is looking for him. Everybody is questioning the rationale why Nigerian government has come to the level of falling on the presence of jihadists without any form of resistance from the government themselves. The only thing they tend to achieve in Nigeria is to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu does not see the light of the day. That's the only thing Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Buhari has achieved in their entire life. To keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. But we saw it, that Russia, Vladimir Putin, because of the situation on ground, or the severe relationship with NATO and the rest of them, is seeking with China and North Korea how they are going to have a fair market share in Africa. And that was what led to the act of establishing what they call today Brics. That does not align with British and American ideology on the establishment of a global currency. Pounds and dollars remains a global currency acceptable anywhere in the world. So then why would Nigeria align the interests of Nigerians to be purely Islamic? Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. Nigeria is a secular nation. Why are leaders drafting, partaking in anything that has to do with extremism and jihadists? Because they want to conquer the Biafrans. They want to conquer the Christians. And I can tell you currently now It is going to be between the North, Muslims North, and the Christian Biafrans. That is it. And there's this global attention of ethnic cleansing and religious war against the Biafran Christians in the world. The issue is everywhere, and Nigerian government are compromising. So instead of aligning with the reality on ground, you are going through the back door. You said you are supporting Iran. You made it very clearly that you are supporting Iran. Shetima went to United Nations General Assembly and made an unforgivable declaration against Israel. Tinubu told the same line. The international community is watching. The world leaders are watching. How do you come to the point of radicalization that you want to lord it over the Biafrans at the end of the day? And that's where the issue is. And that's why we have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that was why we have Simon Ekpa. And that was why there's this disconnection between Igbo people and Nigeria. That's why there's this agitation for separation. They don't move, made you president, either by omission or commission. We don't know. You are the one that know. The seemingly romance between Yorubas and Hausas. Igbo man has never been this shown aggressiveness or a do or die affair or I must be president by force, but still they maintain a certain level of civility, doing their own things amidst hate by the Nigerian system. You went to France. We know what you told France. You know what you told Alexander Stubb and all that. You joined together and committed a crime. Now Donald Trump is saying, we don't want to have you anywhere around us. He went as far as making sure he aligned with recognizable African Biafran nations in the meeting in Washington. You think it's ordinary? It's not ordinary. Let them invite Nigeria. Let us see now. Let them involve the most populous black nation. Let us see. Go to Washington. Go and meet Trump. Let us see. Let people fly into America today and go and meet Trump. Let us see what will happen. But I am telling you that the Biafra has come. There's no two ways about it. America knows what they are doing. Now, and there's this report, they have likely moved their embassies to the Biafran land. And nobody has right to question them. America will not stand up today and declare their support for Biafra, and Nigeria will stand up. They cannot stand up. They are watching. They are getting relevant bodies and associations to buy into the solidarity of the Biafran nation and the killings of Christians by the jihadist North, aligning with the Arab Yorubas. These are people who lost over 6 million people. That will not do now. Will not do now. 6 million Igbos not do Nigeria at all. That will not do now. You don't do Buhari. You don't do now. You went ahead. The only symbol of the Igbo nation in DSS custody. I think it's ordinary. Now the world has risen against you. Abia, the God of the Igbos, will not allow you. You are going to face the consequences. Nigerian image has already been battered. A situation where we are running to Russia, we are running to Brics, we are going to Brazil, an enemy of Israel, enemies of the reality, enemies of humanity. You are running to them. Can't you devise a way to carry out a diplomatic relationship with the United States of America? Seek redress. You are running from corner. You are not going to come back if possible, if you are not careful as the president of Nigeria. That's the truth. And the way it is going now, there's a global glamour. There's a global solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Overwhelming one. What you are seeing, what Omotoso is going to do on the 18th or 16th of this month, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to appear in the court, it's not from there. Tinubu is a full Arab Yoruba. He does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That was why he connected with people to go and pick some money by Finland.
All these
He is pretending. All these Okada and Umahi, they are all Fulani agenda. There's no two ways about it. The only people that will speak for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we know them, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself.
But we saw, Jonathan come out and said that Trump government, the Obama government was against him, that they don't think, that they didn't allow him to win 2015 election. Do you think that Donald Trump has what it takes to oil Tinubu in 2027?
No, boss, Obama was coming from an Islamic background. We can see the kind of damage he did in Palestine, empowering Hamas, giving them aids, grants, running into billions of dollars, and they were using it to dig tunnel to kill Israelis. Obama did it. What was Obama's international policy in the Middle East? Why would Obama threaten a sitting president because he refused to say man, married man? What was the role Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Buhari played as at that time? What was the issue of Timor Gears? Where did Jonathan go wrong? Because it's against the jihadist agenda. That's when they started bombing up and down. And Jonathan has left their government, handed over to them, to the same Buhari. Now, what have they achieved? The North is crying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the worst president in the history of Nigeria. Had I known, that one is their business. Does not concern me. Jonathan can never come back. And Jonathan is not even in the radar. Nobody is fighting Jonathan own. Jonathan is expressing to Nigerians for them to understand the role Bola Ahmed Tinubu played in joining the Arab nations. That's why Donald Trump is looking for him up and down. He has never had his time. You can see the calamity. You can see what they did to Jonathan. The records are there. So will Nigerians be proud to be Nigeria? Anybody you are seeing in Nigeria that is proud does not have 24 hours electricity and there's no hope. Those who are proud in they are Nigerians. Look at them very well. They have no electricity in their house. This government has borrowed more than Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari put together, including Obasanjo. What has he done with it? Nigeria is a total waste, and we will not continue to waste our time with waste. And that is why the government of United States of America is severe in anything that has to do with Nigeria. Nigeria represents extreme darkness, and he doesn't want to get involved with darkness. Those who want to illuminate light, those who want to move humanity forward, those who want to define the moment, those who want to champion the black liberation can never be stopped by these people that call themselves Nigerians. And that's what we are talking about. The United States of America could not invite Bola Ahmed Tinubu to African World Leaders Summit. He ran to Brazil. Brics has no significant presence anywhere. Brics has no significant presence anywhere. So why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this is how he ran to a nation that is less than 3,000 kilometers. St. Lucia. I don't know what is wrong with this man. Now you came back, you say you are going to deal with separatists in Nigeria. John Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and kill him. Let us see that you are Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You suddenly realize you have missed the steps, and the North is about to send you packing. Then the next thing you remember is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one of the problems why the North is against you. Let us see what will happen. The world is watching. Whether you pretend Omotala James or Omotosho James or not, the reality has been gotten. The platform for launching of an attack on Nigeria anytime any day has been taken by the judgment of the Kenyan courts. That is what they are going to use as evidence anywhere in the world now. As they are coming for Buhari, they are coming for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You have contravened the AU Act, ECOWAS Act, and the international community. You are going to face the ICC. The European Parliament are preparing seriously for the injustice and inhuman treatment meted on Biafra. And that's what my Nnamdi is saying. No court in Nigeria has the competency to try me. No court. Malami, be ready. Femi Adesina, be ready. All the meeting you people did, you people should be ready. The payback time has come. You must face the consequences.
Okay, but we've seen quickly, we've seen Kos Ngozi, chief of staff, you know, and the current, you know, deputy prime minister of the Biafrans. You know, she's a friend to what Susie Willie, the former, the current, you know, chief of staff to Donald Trump. And there's a report that, you know, that the U.S. embassy will be moving to Enugu. We saw this report, but we don't know how true it is. But if it was to be true, does this boast that the U.S. now are finally, you know, wanting to align with the Biafrans finally?
The preparation and the foundation is already coming. You know, a kick start of a kick. You know, if I tell you how many billions of dollars has been budgeted for Biafran kickoff, you know, people say it's propaganda. But I can tell you that, you know, the preparation is already there. The game is set. The structures are being put in place, and the relocation is not ordinary. Israel is coming with machineries. A lot of things is put in place. Maximum the kind of there at DSS custody is being signaled all over the world. Maximum now the kind of network is sweeping the entire Africa, the entire European nation, the entire world, including Asian nations currently now. The Igbo man is what is. Like he said, every nation of the earth has the presence of the Igbo people. These are structures. You might be looking at the same film. That film, United States of America has documented, and everything that had to do with Nigerian disintegration, that nobody will save them.
Jonathan said it.
Yes, the Sahel nation now. We must decide not to join the Sahel nation at the end of the day. The Biafra must decide not to join the Sahel nation and stay on their own as a global force in Africa and a modern nation to other African nations. There's no two ways about it. And that's the game. So when you see this thing happening, you know, it is not ordinary. Susie Wills, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, there's something McCarthy too, you know. Yes, these are people who have structured the presence of Donald Trump to the Biafran cause and solidarity. And you can see, gradually, Nigeria is being deleted from the presence of the United States of America government. And that is what it means, that an alternative is coming. A replacement